Hello, fine friends. How are y'all doing? Welcome to a late edition of the Office Hours. Yeah, this is the evening edition. Weird to have a stream when it's dark AF. Yeah, I know what you mean. You can tell probably it's a little darker here too. Sunset is happening right now, so I don't have all the light coming in. You know what? Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about, since I can show you what I'm talking about. So there. Going down, you don't see that as much. What do you mean you lost audio? You lost audio? Wait, oh, yeah. When I, that's funny. I took myself off the stage so you can see that. Okay, so let me say it again. Except this time I'll actually do it this way. Now you can hear me. That was a dumb way to switch cameras. I removed myself from the entire stage. Anyway, so yeah, usually I get a bunch of light hit me there, but with the sun going down, not so much. All right, that's better. Yes, now I have learned the power of properly switching. So let's take a little gander. Let's take a little Gandalf. Let me stop that screen share and start this other screen share. Let's take a little gander at the news. Big news day. That was actually the first thing I wanted to talk about is if you listen to DTNS, how many of you have listened to DTNS yet today? Some of you have, some of you have not. Okay. So this morning, or actually last night, the plan was we do a normal Monday DTNS, me and Rob, with whatever's in the news. And then the tomorrow was supposed to be Jason Howell talking about the new Google Project Aura team up with Xreal because it was coming out of Embargo Tuesday. So then this morning I get up to the news that Paramount has a hostile takeover coming. And Justin Robert Young and I had talked about, like, whenever David Ellison does whatever he's going to do, let's talk about it on the show. So of course before I can hit him up, Justin texts me like, hey, you want to talk about the Paramount stuff? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay. But we have a Dr. Nikki segment scheduled for Monday. Normally I can move Dr. Nikki's segments. They're pretty evergreen. But this one in particular, unlike most of Dr. Nikki's segments, has a time consideration to it because she wanted to be able to talk about her live stream that she's doing on Tuesday. So if I run it on Tuesday, it's going to be too late for a lot of people. So we ran it on Monday. We scheduled it for Monday. So I'm like, well, I guess Justin can be the top story for Monday. And we'll do an interview with him at the top. Then we'll have Dr. Nikki segment at the end. We've done that before where we interview somebody at the top. It'll be fine. Boom. Text message from Jason Howell. Turns out the embargo lifts Monday, not Tuesday. So we're not doing it as the topic on Tuesday. Should we do it today? I'm like, well, yeah, we should do it today. And now that becomes the big story. So now I'm like, oh, I've got 3 interviews. I can't move Dr. Nikki to another day because of her live stream that she wants to talk about. I've got the Paramount story that I have to talk about Justin because it's today's news, and Jason with his stuff, which is today's news. So thankfully, what happened is there wasn't a lot of other news. I probably would have filled the show with a few short discussions of other things and gone into Nikki's on a normal day. But I was like, you know what? We'll just have Justin's middle segment be the briefings, be the discussion today. And then we'll do some short bits after that. and Bob's Your Uncle, that was the show today. So I haven't had a chance to look at what other news came out since we did that. Doesn't look like it's all that much, to be honest. But let's take a look. All right. I'm going to go subcategories. I have a comics category, Penny Arcade. Okay, these are not actual comics, so that's cool. This news one, I usually, if I'm not looking at it mixed in with everything else, I flip through it really fast because this is general news. But kind of what I'm looking for is if I see a tech story show up in general news, that tells me like, oh, it's getting mainstream coverage. So I don't know that it's really all that much in here. I'm doing a quick view. Australian supercomputers are falling behind. Yeah, there's nothing outstanding there. So that narrows it down a little. Then these are the Reddit feeds that I just keep an eye on. Tech stuff, front page of the internet sort of thing. Kind of the same thing as news. If I see it here, Paramount launches rival bid, but we know that. 12 FBI, yeah, this is all just general news stuff. Okay. Good evening, taxi cab. Hey, KT Data made it too. Hello, Paul. Welcome, James. Do I think Netflix will handle HBO Max well as far as integration? No idea. Way too early to tell. It's 12 to 18 months before they even get it. They don't know what they're going to do with it yet. Are they going to just merge it into Netflix? Are they going to leave it as a standalone? Are they going to change it somehow? But, will they handle it well? I mean, sure. Why not? Like everybody likes to immediately assume that when a company buys something, they ruin it because it has happened in some really high profile cases, but it doesn't always happen. A lot of times company buys something and treats it well and it goes well. And then you forget about it because they treated it well. Right? So it doesn't stick out in your head. You don't remember it and you think it never happens. Anyway, that's what I think of that, James, if that answers your question. All right. Let's see. These are all the entertainment stuff. This is usually stuff for cord killers, if anything at all. So I just kind of look for big stories. I might. Massive cost synergies in a Warner Brothers Discovery merger. Paramount is targeting up $6 billion in cost savings. That means they're going to lay off a bunch of people. You know what Netflix could do to make the administration really like them is say, we promise not to lay off any people for 5 years or something like that. Would be costly to do that, but yeah. Ted Sarandos tries to assuage fears. What did he? In the wake of freaking out, jumped on a Wall Street call Monday and said, don't worry, we're in this transaction. We pick up 3 businesses we're not currently in. So we have no redundancies. Ooh, no redundancies. We're deeply committed to releasing those movies exactly the way they would release those movies today. All 3 of the new businesses we want to keep operating largely as they are, specifying that the other 2 are Warner's TV production business and HBO. So he seems to be, to your point, James, he seems to be saying there, he'd keep HBO separate. That's interesting. These movies will be released through theaters the way Warner Brothers did it before, but with the Warner Brothers operating entity, it's really important the way they create and the way they drive value. We didn't buy this company to destroy value. David Ellison promised 30 plus movies annually. Yeah, I saw that. All right. So yeah, that's worth marking for cord killers. I don't know if it makes it into DTNS or not. Anderson Cooper staying at CNN. Ted Sarandos insists you should think the president cares deeply about American industry. He loves the entertainment industry. Well, he came from it, so he ought to. All right. Let's see. Bradley Cooper. All right, so a couple of little Netflix Paramount things there, but nothing huge. Most of that stuff comes in the morning. All right, tech stuff. Let's see. Hiya, GPEG84. I'm glad you made it. I know I'm all over the place with timing these days. I apologize. Oh, the ale's coming, Paul. The ale is coming. Don't you fret. I need to give everybody a chance to get into the pub first, if you know what I mean. SK Hynix shares draw a second exchange caution. Kroger acknowledges its bet on robotics went too far. Congress removed the right to repair language from the Defense Authorization Act. That's one for tomorrow, possibly. SoftBank and NVIDIA in talks. Paramount makes hostile bid. Yeah, we know. Running on empty. Running on. Yeah, this executive order, when he signs it, I'll talk about the fact that he signed it, but I don't expect it to do a whole lot. We'll see. OpenAI should stop naming its creations after products that already exist. Oh, Google and Apple partner on better switching. Better data transfer. All right. That's a pay on, as they call it. That's to appease regulators. That's probably a good little tiny bit, maybe a bigger bit. Claude Code is coming to Slack. IBM to buy Confluent. TikTok announces shared fee. Yeah, okay. That's that. So that's all my... Yeah, that's everything. Oh, what are these? Netflix shares drop. Oh, these are local news. Oh, this is like LA and St. Louis stuff that I put in a separate feed. Sometimes the LA stuff will have Cord Killers styles things in it. Every once in a while they have other things. Mostly it's for news about where I live and where the Cardinals are. Okay. So that's that. Yeah, OpenAI might be trying to genericize them. Mostly companies don't want to genericize stuff. It could be that. It's probably just that they think they're good names and probably think they can get away with using them. Like iPhone, which existed as a product from Cisco. But Apple's like, you know what? We're just going to use it anyway. Okay. So you may be wondering about the fine ales and about where I went today. Well, let's start here with a Christmas tale, shall we? Here's our wonderful tree. Look at it. It's beautiful. Eileen's stocking is on the other side. When you're facing straight on, you can see it. All three of us have a stocking. Me, Eileen, and Seven. All right. Gather round, everybody, because Paul, the fine ale, is coming. There's Seven looking for it. He's like, where's the fine ale, Dad? I can't wait for it. I'm going to sleep. I forgot. Oh, so live with it on the Elgato Facecam 4K. Roger asked me for a bunch of B-roll and photos. So here's a sneak peek at that. I forgot these were in the way. That's my Panasonic GH3 or GH5. I keep saying GH3 and it's a GH5. That's a size comparison, by the way. This is the Facecam, the C920, and the Lumix all together. Camlink, filter. That's my prompter setup with the Elgato there. And then the little hood that has to come down over it. That's it with the hood down. That's me holding the hood. There it is from the front with the Cord Killer script on it. There it is again. There's the GH3 sitting on the floor. There's the GH3 with the faceplate from the Elgato prompter on it. That's me holding it. I think in one of the, yeah, this is video of me showing that it unscrews. That's a picture of me taking a picture of me. This is where I was this afternoon. We got a free pass to Universal Studios. So we went there for lunch. 20 minutes away, not that far. And that's where the Fine Ale is. Is this a video? What is okay, I don't know why that's a video. It's just 1 second of video. So this is the Fast and Furious ride. They are building this ride right now. They've been building it all year. I think it's going to open sometime next year. I don't know exactly where. But if you're in Fast and Furious land, then go check out. You're going to want to go ride this. I don't know anything about the ride, but we did get to see the outside, like what the experience is going to be, other than like you'll probably start in a car and it'll be like, we're going to drive. Oh no, we need to go off a cliff. And then you're on the roller coaster. I did feel the power of family when we were near it and when we were in the gift shop. So this is it. Here. It goes over the escalators. There's escalators that go down to the lower park where Mario and Jurassic World are. There's people working on it down there. So you will ride it over the escalator. There's a shot of it from the escalator kind of going over that. There's this Jurassic World Christmas tree. This guy is in the video for Jurassic World as you're going in. I was like, why do I know him? Why do I know him? He didn't play a doctor. Why do I know him? He was Awkwafina's father. He plays Awkwafina's father on Nora from Queens. I guess Nora's father on Nora from Queens. So then we got wet on the Jurassic World ride. I don't know why I took that shot. That's just pretty. Oh, here's more of the, this is the Fast and Furious ride. It's huge and goes, like I said, over the escalator and under the escalator, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Like it goes, it's like way over here, way down there. And then you go zoop, 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 zoopity zoop, zoopity zoop. Oh, I should do this. Zoopity zoop, zoopity zoop. Over and under. Crazy. Was it BD Wong? BD Wong? Then got a little lunch at the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade. There's the fish and chips. There's the Fine Ale. I got the Hogsmeade Ale, and they have a souvenir cup right now. If you get the Hogsmeade or the Dragon Scale, the Dragon Scale has a dragon on it. Hogsmeade has a hog on it. And you get an extra ounce of the ale, and you pay $5 more for the extra ounce, but you get to keep the mug. You get the nice little mug here. It's a plastic, acrylic, but it's pretty solid. It's not flimsy. And it was slightly hoppy, not terribly hoppy. I thought it would be darker. It was not particularly dark. It was a little lighter than I expected, but it was a fine drink. Definitely notes of amber to it. The Dragon Scale is also an amber, so now I feel like I should have got both. You may see over here, Eileen got the fishy green scale drink, fishy gillyfish drink. Anyway, it's boba. It was a green boba drink. There's the ale close up. Very tasty. I should have taken video of me drinking it and giving you a first impression. I'll get better at this sort of thing. But yeah, it's a nice full-bodied ale. Could be a little stronger, but very drinkable, I have to say. Anyway, these are just that's a picture of the locker. These are just other pictures. Wow, that picture needs to be deleted. So is that one. All right. Yeah. Christmas time everywhere. This is the nice thing about living where I live. It's like right down the road. So, I just went over there during lunchtime and, here's Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, the entrance. You can see there's like going to be a little, a pillar thing that you walk through, and then there'll be all the lines over here. And then you'll start inside with a little storyline, I bet. And this is the gift shop, which was open, and they had some Fast and Furious stuff in there, including little Dominic and Sean, or Brian, sorry, Dominic and Brian figurines, as well as some nice outfits and stuff. Oh, and the Grinch stuff was up. Yes, thank you. The photos are quite artistic. There's the Grinch tree. They had some Grinch treats. We did not buy any because we were full. They had an actual dog dressed up as the dog. It's a real dog. Nice, well-trained dog. Did not look like he was having it. And then the actual Grinch. 2-hour wait. We didn't do it. 2-hour wait to take a picture with the Grinch. 120 minutes. Oh, Secret Life of Pets was a quick ride. You go through, and they have lovely displays, and then you ride in a pizza box.
No, they're not all.
There's biscuits and toilet paper and pizza box. Yeah. Eileen is making sure she's tall enough to ride the ride. Hello Kitty gift shop. That's Chucky Hello Kitty. Waterworld. Don't sleep on Waterworld. Didn't have time to go today, but it is the best show at Universal Studios. Totally underrated. It's a stunt show. Forget that it's about Waterworld. It's just a stunt show. Hey, Chris. Do I feel magical after drinking the Hogsmeade Ale? A little bit, Paul. Maybe I thought I'd feel more magical, but a little bit. And yeah, don't sleep on Waterworld. I'm just saying. Okay. My pest control people are calling. There's a big shark. Waterworld. Oh, Wicked for Good. They had a shop. If you're into Wicked for Good, selling all kinds of things, including Elphaba's Bubble Bath, which I can't believe they didn't call Elpha Bubbles. Minions, Kuromi. That's it. So there you go. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing this late today. So I'm a jerk. Because I got a free pass to go over and see what the new Fast and Furious ride is looking like, and then report back to y'all about that fine ale. I really like the ales. They used to have 3, I feel like, and now they're down to 2. And I didn't remember having the Hogsmeade. I know I've had the Dragon Scale before. Dragon Scale is quite good. It's supposed to be a lighter amber. This one is supposed to be a little richer, a little hoppier, but not super hoppy. And I would not say disappointed. Disappointed would be too strong, but I think I might have been expecting something a little different. I don't know. That's how I'll put it. All right. Thank you, Philly Codehound. I appreciate that. And thank you, Ambassador Domo. They're saying no apologies, not a jerk. Hoppy happiness. Hoppa happiness. Wishing me hoppy happiness. KT Data says you are maximizing your budget. Saved yourself the cost of 2 Universal Studio tickets. Well, yeah, we didn't spend all day there, though. It was just kind of a middle of the day jaunt. But it was nice. It was nice to go over there. And you couldn't go after the show. Well, no. The reason I didn't go after the show would have been 2:00, and 2:00 is exactly when our dog is done with his doggy daycare stuff. So we would have had to leave the dog in the house alone for the entire time we were there, and we would have felt rushed. This way, we were able to leave at 11:30, and then our dog sitter brought Seven in and into the house at 2, and that way we had 12:01. We had 3 full hours before we were that he was even in the house. And he can be in the house on his own for a while. He's just still young enough that we don't like to leave him too long. So that's why. It's just the timing. And, we weren't going to spend all that much time there. So 3 hours was plenty. We ended up leaving, I think maybe we spent 4 hours there, tops. But also the other reason to go on a Monday is I wouldn't preempt a DTNS live or an actual DTNS or anything like that. These are a little more movable, and Mondays way less crowded on the roads and getting over there and everything. So, yeah. Fair question though. Fair question. Thank you, GPEG84. That's kind of everything I had for today's show. And I feel like I didn't know whether my review of the fine ales would be up to snuff, or if it would go very long. Didn't go very long. It's a lot different when you're not actually drinking it, when you're just showing a picture and then pretending to drink it, right? Yes, travel tip: if you're going to Universal, go on a Monday. There were people there, a lot of kids, but. I'd say a third of the people when we've gone even like on a Thursday, because we've taken my niece there back in August. We've gone there on the weekend, and yeah, it was just so much. I mean, some of the rides had 5-minute lines. We were looking at all the wait times on the app. And you practically just walk on. In fact, we did the Harry Potter ride. And we literally just walked up and they're like, 2, get in that one. Like, what? Wait, we don't have to wait in any kind of line? It was crazy. Philly Codehound making the jump from Patreon to YouTube. He's everywhere. How you doing? Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got. Questions from anyone? I'm looking at Substack. I'm looking at Patreon. I'm looking at YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch. I got them all in front of me. So before I wrapped up, Mondays, I think, will often be a little bit of a shorter office hours. A non-summer Monday, you mean? Yes, good point, GPEG. Summer Mondays are less crowded than other summer days, but any summer day is going to be more crowded. Also, we're kind of in between holidays right now. I think that helps as well. A lot of people go there on holidays, like Thanksgiving was crazy, I'm sure. And we had to use this free pass before December 17th. So after December 17th, I assume, is when it gets so crowded that they don't want to deal. Because everybody's coming in for, I don't know what it is. Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff. Patreon was jumpy, you say. Huh. Don't know why that would be. Okay. Good to know. Also, yeah, Patreon looks kind of fuzzy to me too. Whereas, Substack's a little sharper. I can't see Twitch and YouTube right now. And hey, it's free. All right. If everybody is chill with that, I'll probably wrap it up there. It's funny. Tomorrow's DTNS, I was thinking, I laugh when I say this. I was thinking tomorrow, I was like, well, I guess tomorrow can be shorter. Tomorrow could be like a 20-minute episode because we had like almost 40-minute episode today with all the stuff in it. Also, I'm curious if you guys like that. If you're like, hey, 3 interviews was not too much, or if you're like, yeah, I understand why you had to do it today, but maybe don't fill it with so many interviews. I'm curious about that. But yeah, Scott's been having issues with Patreon live streaming lately as well. KT Data said, okay, good to know. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. I was like, oh, tomorrow might be shorter, but then you know how it goes. As soon as you say that, like 15 crazy things break, and then you've got a 35-minute show. So thanks everybody for hanging around. Good to see y'all. Until tomorrow, when we find out, was that show in fact 20 minutes, or 20 hours. Who knows? See you later, everybody. Bye.